And honestly, Camu's method isn't that expensive. I'm going to be doing it on my free-to-play account too, because it's not an expensive investment. So if you want to go over how to do this step by step, the formation is very important for the Fjorm clear. Visible buffs should be on the fort slot here, so that's Corrin. I'm using Corrin, but you do want her to be giving at least 43 speed. That's what needs to be important for this run, guys. So if you look at Fjorm, she's got 39 speed, and I've had to do this by giving her Life and Death 3 and giving her the speed seal. My Fjorm is actually merged up by 2, but if you did have a plus speed Fjorm, this would be a lot easier. And it doesn't have to be like Life and Death. You don't need Life and Death 3, you don't really need speed 3, you just need to reach 43 speed with Fjorm. And this is kind of difficult because Fjorm is kind of slow, but it is possible. I don't use ally support. If you have ally support on Fjorm, that is one way I highly recommend doing it. You don't need speed 3, but that is very useful here. And you might not even need Life and Death 3, you could probably get away with Fury 3. If you have a lot of buffs or a higher merged Fjorm, then this just becomes easier to set up. But either way, the most important things to look for in the skill set is Lipter, Ice Mirror, and Cancel Affinity 2. This is required. So Cancel Affinity 2 is going to be required to beat out the green Cav Mage, which runs TA, and you can cancel that. And you need Ice Mirror just to survive, of course the distant counter weapon, and then you just need to reach 43 speed. As soon as you reach 43 speed, you can counterattack the Windsweep dagger that you see in the match. So just to show you guys exactly what that means, this guy here has 39 speed with Windsweep. If you're not able to reach 43 speed, that's because this guy has speed 4, so it gives him 43. Fjorm will not be able to double back and kill him, and killing him is very important. So the way I do it is by having Hone Speed here on Corrin. Hone Attack is very useful as well. You do need to make sure her attack is fairly high as well. It needs to reach about 58 or 59 to do this successfully. So again, you're going to need to push that up with ally support and drive attacks or spur attacks. As you can see here, I gave Riss spur speed 1, which comes from Claire, comes from Saizo, comes from Marth. A lot of units have spur speed 1. This is also another way to do it. You can bump it even further, spur speed 3. And I have a drive attack seal, but you could also use a spur attack seal to bump even further.
Don't you worry.
Oliver here has the drive defense, ensuring that she doesn't die because of the L&D effect. But essentially, what you really do need to do is the Cancel Affinity 2, and you need to reach 43 speed so that you can counterattack the Thief.
Orders, please.
With also about 58-59 attack to secure the kill. So as you'll see, Fjorm is able to clear this quite fast. I believe this is one of the few maps where Fjorm can actually clear it. Now, a rehab healer is also pretty important. You can use a unit with reciprocal aid. It doesn't have to be a rehabilitate healer. If you want to use a healer, any unit with reciprocal aid, they have to have exactly the same HP as Fjorm or less. If they have more HP than Fjorm, they will not use reciprocal aid. So this is one of the few maps that Fjorm is able to clear for farming, and yeah, I do recommend using her for this day. It saves you from not having to use Legendary Ike, it saves you from not having to use, you know, any other units that might be overpowered that you have, but this isn't necessarily cheap, but if you can meet those conditions of having 43 speed and about 58-59 attack, you will be able to successfully do this. So you just need Hone Attacks, Hone Speeds, maybe some defense, make sure she doesn't die from drive defense, plus the spur speed, drive attack, and some healing. It's not impossible to set this up, but Fjorm does require a little bit of support to get it done. The Cancel Affinity 2 from Matilda, which you can get at 4-star, is going to be just enough to beat that blue mage over there that had the TA, okay? So, for the Camu clear, which is a little bit different from the Fjorm clear, you basically apply the same principles here to make sure that he's able to do it. You'll see that Camu has the Cancel Affinity 2, which you can get from Matilda again. This time he has Bonfire and his unique weapon. You do need a special of some sort that's 3 charge. Bonfire is ideal. If you run with a Fury Vantage Bonfire Camu, then this set is pretty staple. It's a pretty good build anyways. And all you need to do again is make sure that Camu reaches 43 speed so that he doesn't get windswept by the Thief. If your Camu has no merges, So if he's not merged at all, like mine, which is +1, you might need a spur speed seal on the healer unit over here, which you can get through a seal, or again, you can kill off Zyzo, Claire, or Marth for spur speed 1, so the healer here.
Let's tread carefully.
This unit is literally just a dud. It doesn't really matter for your success. So all you need to do is just make sure he reaches at 43 speed. Now I believe QR3 is actually important, to make sure that he's able to get that double off on Clarisse after getting debuffed. So that's very important. But he does it even faster than Fjorm does. Again, he gets healed, and there you go. He ended off at 1 HP due to Fury damage. The extra HP gained from the merge is irrelevant. But otherwise, this is a very, very fast method of farming, and anytime I see Clarisse Day, I highly recommend doing it. All you can do is free Gunter here. Camu you can get through the Grand Hero battles, and you're good to go. Just give him a few skills, level him up. You don't have to merge him, you just need to spur speed seal, you're good to go.